The moral dilemma between tech companies Facebook and Apple is set where Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is calling out Apple and targeting his company through privacy restrictions and tools to be rolled out, while Apple throws shots at Facebook for their invasive nature. Based on Kantianism and its second formulation, neither company is truly using each other as a means to an end. So the situation is considered ethical because the exchange words and actions between the companies are not for the downfall of the other company, but rather a boost for their own company. So in this privacy war, these two tech companies have been shooting shots at each other through public comments and actions. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, made a public comment about Facebook's controversy over data collecting practices, saying that Apple would never find themselves in a situation like that, which didn't sit right with Mark Zuckerberg, who wanted to, say, inflict pain for treating his company so badly. So I believe that while Tim Cook's comments about Facebook's controversy aren't warranted or needed, it was not any means to an end, but rather just like a slick comment to make Zuckerberg upset and promote the privacy aspect of Apple. So with this new privacy restriction and the tools that will be rolled out, Tim Cook and Apple are implementing what's called app tracking transparency, which requires every iOS app to ask permission to share your information with like other networks and data brokers so they can serve ads to you and measure your responses. So Facebook CEO Zuckerberg saw this as a way to put Facebook at a disadvantage. In fact, he expressed privately that he and other Facebook employees have been waging a campaign against Apple. So from the outside article I researched, I found more details behind the WhatsApp platform. Based on the new policy in WhatsApp, messages between the prospect and the customer about business could be collected and shared with a larger ecosystem, which WhatsApp is supposed to be 100% private, right? So it ultimately means that Facebook and the advertisers could possibly use customer service chats or transaction receipts for like marketing and advertising purposes, which is a good example of how Facebook's platform is more invasive and can warrant Apple's disapproval. So Apple is using new privacy restrictions and tools to give users a way to feel more protected when they use public software and bring more business to that company and its platforms. Facebook sees privacy restrictions as a way to prohibit their functions, and I do not see it this way. I mean, Facebook's definitely more invasive, and you can find information about people fairly easy, but neither company is truly doing this out of an unethical standpoint. So with Kantianism, obviously the second formulation talks about using it as a means to an end. To me, both companies are having a petty war with comments about each other, with public, private, naming, not naming. The comments and torments that each company publish and promote are distasteful to me at most, but don't throw support to one company over the other. So overall, each CEO wants to promote their business, and when Facebook promotes openness and Apple promotes privacy, each side gets defensive and throws comments about each other for promotion.